Bonjour and Anin. Welcome to Gigi's Vintage Therapy at gmail.com. Tonight we're going to be showing all mostly 1970s maxi dresses and some antique dresses and antique nightshirts, white heavy cotton nightshirts with lace. And the theme tonight will be cottagecore. Cottagecore, hobbitcore, prairie dresses, how to style up the prairie dresses, the maxi dresses, the 1970s Gunne Saxs dresses, so that you have the cottagecore aesthetic. From the research that I did, I've been watching a lot of videos on cottagecore, and the whole aesthetic of cottagecore, hobbitcore, all of those, and I do understand that these aesthetics are coming out of movies that people have watched, like The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings for the hobbitcore. And I understand the concept behind cottagecore, which is people want sustainable, natural fibers in their clothing, and the whole cottagecore aesthetic is about living down on the farm, having a more mundane or more slower lifestyle. And I'm going to show you some ways that you can style up these vintage clothing quick and easy to get that cottagecore effect. And what I'm using is, of course, my collection of antique hats, straw hats, vintage and antique purses, vintage and antique aprons. So we have, I have 10 Gunne Saxs dresses, and I have 3 Candy Jones maxi dresses. She was another high-end designer out of California who also made maxi dresses. And Miss Elliott, that's another label. And I have a few Lily Pulitzer garments from the 70s. So with that, we'll again do a tour so you can see everything. And I usually don't talk when we do the tours, because I do so much talking after the tours. I'll talk about each item in detail, and we'll see how many we get through tonight. We have a lot to show, and therefore a lot to talk about. Okay, so we'll start the tours. So here we have the mannequin. Julia is her name. And she is wearing a, it's a Miss Elliott. That's the label of the dress. 1970s floral chiffon and acetate lined maxi dress. And it's styled with a knit vest type top. Now you can wear this top without anything underneath it. I'm mixing prints, so you've got floral print and some stripes, and the trick to that is to make sure you have whatever, like this is a striped top, make sure those colors are in the garment that you're mixing it with. As you can see, it's peach and this light, almost a turquoise blue, but very light. And then for the cottagecore effect, we've got her wearing a 1950s straw hat with the little gross grain ribbon. And I put a gross grain ribbon, the color of her top and what's in her dress. I hooked it through the things that keep her hat on her head to bring out the color. And I styled it with a knit braided belt. These are this is wood and leather, and that's what for the cottagecore effect. You use all natural fibers, natural fabrics, and the pastel colors. I also paired it with a jute natural fiber little tote bag. And then I have her holding, these are antique gloves from the 1930s. Yeah, from the 1930s. They're net. And the dress is $75. The knit top is $20. The belt is $10. And the raffia bag is $10. And the hat itself is $30. So that's the first cottagecore look. So on our mannequin here, we have a yellow maxi dress, 1970s. It's by Beverly Page. Beverly Page is the designer. And it has floral embroidery, very bohemian. And of course this is the gauze material, and it, I believe it is lined. It might, yes, it is. It is lined. And that is a lot of material. And this is actually an empire waist and a tied bodice. And I paired it with, to give it more of a cottagecore, although it's cottagecore without the apron, I styled it with a 1950s organza apron with the little orange floral decoration here in the pocket. And then I put the sunglasses. These sunglasses are like the sunglasses that Audrey Hepburn would have worn. And I guess those big wide lens are coming back for sunglasses. And then I also paired it with a jute multicolor bag, but again with the natural looking fibers and the muted colors. Muted colors are big for cottagecore effect. And then I also paired it with an antique, this is actually an antique straw boater's hat. So the dress itself is $75 and the apron is $20, and the bag is $30. The hat is 50. It's an antique. It's 100 years or more older. And then the glasses are 15, vintage glasses from the I believe those are probably from the 60s. Yes, 60s. And next we have on this mannequin we have a cottagecore outfit. She's wearing a cottagecore outfit. It's a 1980s Gunne Saxs dress, and I styled it with a crop top, which is gathered here. You can wear this off the shoulder, and here's the Gunne Saxs straps. This is a Gunne Saxs sundress. You can put those shoulders down. It's ruched. The top is ruched in the back, and I paired it with a straw purse, straw and leather, like a crossbody, you know. Plus you could use the little handle here. And this is an antique hat, antique straw hat. This is another boater type hat with the plaid ribbon. And if you're gonna go cottagecore, that means you have to use all natural. So this is natural stone and wood, and this is on a silk cord. And I'd like to show you the dress without the top. So I'm gonna have to take this off. So that you can see what the dress looks like without the top. And this is a size medium. It actually says large on the top, and I believe this dress is a 9. But it is a 1980s. This is more of a 1980s Gunne Saxs dress. Sage green, very pretty. And the dress is $80, and the top, this top is, the crop top is 15. The dress is a size 9. The crop top is large. And the boater hat, this antique boater hat, is $30. And then the purse is $40. And it's leather and straw. Very nice. Now we're going to go over to this other mannequin. Okay, next we have the Blue Lady mannequin. We've got her styled out in a maxi dress from the 1970s. It is a Candy Jones. Beautiful calico print, blue and pink, like a dusty pink, with the ruffles. What's very interesting about this dress is it's got the jute. Like, jute is what the Gunne Saxs were made out of, meaning the actual Gunne Saxs that they put potatoes in and that. So it's all trimmed in that jute straw-like trim. And this dress is a size 3, so it's tiny. And then we have her styled with a Nantucket basket purse. Isn't that cute? Straw. And we have an antique, well actually this hat is from the 1930s. So we have an antique hat on her. We also underneath See, this hat has a band, and that band is stretching. It goes under your hair. That gives that tilt effect. It should go under your hair. And then we have her with a knit purple beanie hat with the crocheted rose on the side. And she has matching 1970s sunglasses. And she has, I put some hippie, well, back in the day we used to wear this kind of these kind of necklaces. It's like natural shell, he/she shell, and for that bohemian look that you would wear with the 1970s maxi dresses. But again, for cottage core, that's why we've got her carrying a straw Nantucket basket purse, wearing a straw hat, and wearing the natural shell, because everything's supposed to be natural for that cottage core effect. Natural fibers, natural stones for jewelry, or shell for jewelry. Oh, and then, so this dress, this by Candy Jones, is $80. And the, let's see, the straw hat is $45. The Nantucket purse basket is $45. And the necklaces are $10 each. And her sunglasses are $20. The beanie hat is $20. And there we have it. So next we have another maxi dress by Candy Jones, and I paired it with a 1970s sweater, because this print, this color, you'd probably wear in the winter time, more in the fall or the winter. And this 70s sweater has a tie in the back. And I'm going to take the sweater off this dress so that you can see what the dress looks like underneath. And the only reason, of course, that I put the sweater on the dress was to give that cottage core effect. This is I felt that the sweater was so, the print on it was so good. But I want you to see the dress underneath, which is also very pretty. So here's the dress. It's got the lace. This is a higher bodice. This kind of fits under the bust. A little red velvet ribbon, lace on the sleeves, 3 buttons on the cuffs. And that dress, this dress is $80. And the sweater is $35. And here we have another very pretty peach colored maxi dress. Full lace here at the bust. Lace up here, see-through. And then the ribbon and the ruffle on the bottom, and this is fully lined. This is also a Candy Jones. Here's the back of the dress. A lot of these dresses tie in the back. And that dress, 1970s, that dress is $80. Next we have 1970s, let's see, a yellow, green, and beige gauze maxi dress by Gunne Saxs. This is the label here, the Gunne Saxs. It's a size 7. This is the back of the dress. It has the ties. I didn't tie them, but they're there. And this dress is $85. And then we have a short Gunne Saxs dress. Now I made a mistake in my last video. I said when I showed some Gunne Saxs dresses, I think that was video 6, where I said that Gunne Saxs always made the long dresses. Well, they also made short dresses, and this is one of them. And this is a 2-tier, and it's very delicate blue tiny flowers. This one is lined with pearls on the neck, little pearls, and then of course the pearl buttons. This is a size 7, and this is the back of the dress. So here it is with its ties and the zipper. Yeah, 2-tier. And this dress is $85. Okay. And this one is a 1970s. This might be more late 60s because it does have a metal zipper down the back. Here's the metal zipper. And what I'm doing now, this could stand as a cottagecore aesthetic on its own, but to give it more oomph, I styled it with a cobbler's apron, which has little floral beige print lined in blue. And this is the back of the cobbler apron, and we'll take that apron off so you can get a full view of the dress itself. So it's smocked, and it's like comes under the bust. Satin covered buttons, a little bow, and smocking on the sleeves as well, and the sleeves snap. This is also lined, acetate lining, fully lined. Lined here too, except for the sleeves. And this dress is, there's no label in that dress. This dress is $80, and the apron, the little cobbler apron, is $30. I have to apologize for all the wrinkles here, but I didn't get a chance. When you have this much products, you know, I didn't get a chance to iron this or steam it. But here we have another maxi dress, Gunne Saxs, 1970s. This dress is a size 7. It's that calico, very tiny, looks like leaf print, blue, with the lace. And of course it's got the tier ruffles on the bottom. I'm going to take the cobbler apron off so you can get a better look at the dress itself. It's got the lace up bodice at the bust, and the lace dangles. This one doesn't have the ties. And that dress, let's see, that dress is $85, and the apron is $20. Have a 1970s maxi dress, beige floral cotton gauze. It has a lace bodice. I styled it with a orange green calico cobbler apron. This is really a nice apron, whoever made it. And this is the back of the apron. And I'll take the apron off so you can see the dress itself. This dress is also lined, and it does have ties in the back. Beautiful. And I don't think this has a label. No, it does not have a label. Now this dress is $75. And the apron, the cobbler apron, is $30. Now here we have, it's either a late 1930s or a 1940s gray cotton. It has a metal side zipper. And it has the ruffle, like yellow check ruffle, almost like a gingham. And then it comes down to the bottom of the dress, which I think is so unique, the way that's styled. Whoever made this dress really did a good job. And then it's got the little piping that is yellow plaid check around the sleeves and the neckline. And I paired it, I styled it with a yellow stripy, and this is, I believe this is like maybe 1980s, maybe 1990s, little corset. Let's see, a corset halter top. I thought it was so cute. The little laces, the metal zipper, and then the little buttons have match what's going on here with the stripes. And I'll take this off so you can see the dress. And of course the bodice is smocked in the back. And then this dress just has a plain bodice. Oh, this might be the front of the dress here. Well, no, because you've got that. Yeah. It's hard to say with this dress. Which is the front, which is the back. I think the side zippers go to the right. Yeah. So it'd be on this side. Okay. And that dress, is $55, and the little yellow halter top bodice is $35. And next we have another Gunne Saxs dress. This is all lace. Very pretty. 4 buttons down the cuffs of the sleeves. And I paired it with a little overblouse. And these are actually the Gunne Saxs ties that go to the dress. The overblouse is like a strappy gingham or checked peach top with the wooden buttons, keeping with that cottagecore aesthetic where things are natural. And I also paired this with a this is a 1930s belt buckle from my vintage belt buckle collection. And I'm going to take the top off the dress so you can see what the dress looks like. I think I showed this dress in a previous video, but we didn't talk about it in detail, or I might have talked about it. But I'm using it for the cottagecore effect again, so that's why you're seeing it a second time. I think you're seeing a couple of these dresses for the second time, just to show you how you can really build that aesthetic using the Gunne Saxs dresses, even though they have the aesthetic already. And this looks more like a Victorian style without the bustle in the back. That's the way these Gunne Saxs dresses were meant to emulate, were Victorian and Victorian dresses for that romantic look. In here, so the price of this beautiful lace Gunne Saxs dress is $85. So the price of the shirt is $15. Next we have a 1970s short Gunne Saxs dress, and it is floral beige with a lace yoke, little tiny buttons, high neck collar, and this has lace down the sides of the sleeves, both sleeves. And of course it ties. I tied it in the front, but I usually tied those in the back in a little ruffle. And this is also lined, fully lined as well. And this dress is $85. Next we have, this is labeled Miss Elliott. And she was a 1970s dress designer out of California. And I paired it with a, looks like a peppermint stripe organza 1950s apron with the white lace, white eyelet lace around the, all the way around. See, it goes up back. And I'll show you the back of the apron. There it is. I took the, you actually, when you wear it like this, you could put this in your hair, like a scarf. And I'll take the apron off so you can see how the dress looks without the apron. And it has ruffles all the way down the front. And of course the tie then, if you wanted to wear this as a belt, would go through those loops and you would tie it. And this dress is very well made. It is lined, fully lined. See, red acetate lining. This is a size 10, this dress. Well, you know, that's a vintage size 10. And of course it has red acetate lining. And the polka dots are actually flocked on there. So flocked polka dot. It makes it kind of look like a Swiss dot. Of course it isn't Swiss dot, because Swiss dot is actually raised and woven right into the cloth. These are flocked on there. In this dress is, let's see, so this dress is $70, and the little peppermint organza apron, this apron is 1950s, is $30. Here's another 1970s maxi dress. Ooh. Gauze, like cabbage roses on the print. This is fully lined, blue acetate lining, 3 buttons on the cuffs, green. And I paired it with a, this is actually an antique crocheted little shoulder shawl. And I thought this was just darling, these little crocheted flowers, that tassels that hang down. And then these have little pearls hanging on each one. And this is the back. And this little shoulder shawl matches the beige in the print on the dress. Now we'll take this off so you can see the dress itself, the bodice. And this is another one that is it kind of ties more closer to the bust. I think this is a bigger size too. Anyway, here's the back of the dress. Yeah, this is more roomy. You can see it. It is roomy. Okay, and this dress, is, yeah, so this dress is $75. And the little crocheted antique capelet is $45. And oh, it's got little pearls along the neckline as well. How nice. Now, the Edwardians or the Victorians, these are the kinds of shoes they would wear. This is the real deal. These are leather, brown leather, and the heels and the soles. Whoever had these didn't wear them very much. And then there's even the label, U.S. Patent Office, and these boots were always seem to have been lined in cotton fabric or twill. And these boots are about a size 7, but it looks like they'd be a 7 double A. I know I got my foot into these when I first got them, and that was a few years back. But these shoes are $65. Piece of history. And then I have some flat heel boots. Now, these are the actual kind of boots you would wear with a cottagecore outfit. The flat heels. These are, it says Goodyear on these heels. And there's still a lot of wear in these. And these are actually, I think these are like probably a size 7. And I know I could fit these too when I got them. Again, they're lined in that cotton twill. Very nice. And these would be $75. So here we have a long, this is Edwardian. This is an antique cobbler's apron. So I guess the older these aprons are, the longer they get. Of course, they had to cover those big, long Edwardian or Victorian dresses. See, this is the back of it. It buttons all the way up the back, and it even has a little belt on the back. And I paired it with a purple maxi dress from the 70s. And I'm going to take the big cobbler's apron off, so you can see the dress. And this is the maxi dress. So this zips up the back, and this is actual Swiss dot, where the dots are raised in part of the fabric of the dress. And it's fully lined. Has lace and a purple gross grain ribbon and lace on the bottom. And one thing about this cobbler's apron, because it's long and because it's fully closed, you could actually wear this as a jumper. I mean, you could put it over something, but you could also get a little crop top or something underneath, and with puff sleeves or sleeves, and wear this as a maxi dress too. So this purple maxi dress is $65. No, I'm sorry, this is $70. And the antique cobbler apron is $65. So next we have, now the next three, this one, and this one. These are all antique white cotton nightshirts or gowns, night gowns. This is what they wore in the Edwardian era. Heavy cotton. Now I washed these in OxyClean. They wash up very well, and the material is very strong. And these gowns, these night shirts, have hand lace. They trimmed them in lace. Well, it actually looks like crochet, but it's how they. This is how they made their lace. This one has eyelet lace. And this one has three-dimensional white work lace. And I paired this with a black corset bodice for the bodice. Lace. And this is a contemporary bodice. And that's what it looks like in the back. And then I'll take the bodice off so you can see what the night shirt looks like. Actually, you could pair these night shirts up with cobbler aprons, contemporary corsets like this, and this is what it looks like. You could belt it, wear it with boots, but this is the real deal. These are antique night shirts, and that white heavy cotton with handmade lace embellishments night shirt, night gown is going for $65. And the corset bodice top, see the inside of it, this comes up around the neck like that, and this is $40. And we'll do the next night shirt. This is a little wider, bigger night shirt than the last one, and I paired it with a 1940s cobbler apron. That's a cobbler's apron. There's a lot of apron here, and then it buttons with one button and then ties in the back. And this, so these night shirts are they're a little plain except for the lace on the cuff and at the neck. But this would probably last another 100 years, these night shirts, because that's how strong that material is. It's almost like a linen, but it isn't linen, it's cotton. Oh, I'm just gonna untie it, the apron, and slip it over. And this is the night shirt. Now I just noticed I have to put buttons on here. Sometimes they would clip the buttons off and use them for something else, but yeah. So that night shirt, that night shirt is also $65. I am going to put the buttons on. And the cobbler apron is $45, 1940s apron. on the apron. So the next nightshirt we have, now this is really embellished with fancy lace, paired up with this cobbler apron, 1940s apron, blue and red calico cotton, calico print. I know I had to replace one button on this nightshirt. This one is also $65. I'm keeping them all at the same price because they're pretty much pretty sturdy. Now this you could belt and wear it like a dress. I think this has some issues toward the bottom. Yeah. Some gray marks. You know, you could dye this too. Because it's white, it should take a dye pretty good. But yeah, $65. And as is, marks or not, it's $65. Because you can dye them and they're going to last another 100 years. Okay, and next we have an antique day dress, which is Edwardian, and blue stripe. Now this is something, maybe well, it's a day dress. For some reason it reminds me of a utilitarian dress, maybe a maid would wear. But it's got lace on the sleeves, lace up here, and of course these Edwardian dresses, they button to the side. Little lace on the collar, eyelet lace. And I paired it with a 1950s, a 1950s apron, cotton and organza. And this one is reversible. So it's all polka dots on this side, a little pocket. And then on this side you see the organza more with the little pocket. And this is the antique dress. Now, this dress is $80, and the little 1950s apron is $20. And I'm going to, I have to iron these. I don't like wrinkly things. So next we'll go on to this antique dress, Edwardian, little blue, looks like little blue flowers, and this is, and has ruffles on the bottom, and this is like a cotton peak, meaning it kind of puffs out, the fabric puffs out a little bit, as you can see. And then I paired it with the 1950s, another organza little apron. And look at that cute pocket, a tulip pocket. And I'll take the apron off so you can see what the dress looks like. So this dress closes with snaps. The other one closed with buttons. This one has snaps. And this looks to be a little bigger in the waist. There's room to move those snaps over too. We've got that much room. You could move that waist over. And this is the back of the dress. Little lace around the collar, around the sleeves. And that antique dress is this dress is $60, and the old 1950s organza apron is $20. Go. Now here we have a more contemporary excuse me, more contemporary dress. It's a midi dress, and it looks like it has a different size hem. I forget what handkerchief hem, I guess they call these, where it comes to the points. And I paired it for the cottagecore effect. I paired it with a 1950s fancy little cobbler's apron. Now this is Swiss dot in organdy and with rickrack. I thought that made a cute little cottagecore aesthetic. And the dress is ruched, or has a ruched bodice. Is it ruched? Let's see. Okay. So the price of this dress is $65, and the little apron is $30. Oh, it's smocked. That is smocking on the dress. And let me take the apron off so you can see the dress. And yeah, fully smocked bodice all the way up to the neck. And this is a more contemporary. And I did get this dress at the Rainbow. It's a vintage store in Duluth, Minnesota. The Rainbow Room. If anybody's interested in shopping there, I can give you the address. But you'll have to text me. Also, if you're serious about buying any of these dresses, you'll have to text me and I can give you the measurements. I don't do measurements in the videos because it would just take up too much time. Now next we have I believe this dress is either a 1940s or a 1950s. Green and black cotton dress with puff sleeves and lace at the neckline and a little bow. And I paired it with a 1940s cobbler, another 1940s cobbler apron. This one buttons here and buttons there. It's got a little mark there. Otherwise, and little marks here. These are aprons, so they were used to catch food in that little mark there. But look at that embroidery work. And here's the cute little pockets. And then the rickrack on the bottom. And look how what they did here. It looks like it's something, it looks almost like three-dimensional. Something that you would fold over, but it's right in the fabric. Anyway, so that, I'm going to take the apron off so you can see the dress. And so here's the dress. It's a full metal zipper in the back. And it's got this stretchy knit band. I don't know if that was added. I believe this is a homemade dress. Yeah. 40s or early 50s. And this, did I show the back? Yeah. Here's the back. Here's the front. And this dress is $50. And this apron is $45. And that's as is. Now, I'm kind of reluctant to try to get those little stains out. I mean, whoever buys the dress can, the cobbler apron can do that, because I don't want to put holes in it. But this is linen, cotton linen, almost like a heavy feed sack. But my prices are cheap enough where, you know, if there's little bitty stains, that shouldn't matter. There's still a lot of, as the American pickers would say, there's still a lot of meat on the bone if you want to resell at my prices. This is the outfit I put together for that cottagecore effect. So this is a 1970s denim cotton denim skirt, button up. This buttons up the front. Now, do those buttons come apart? No, those are just for decorations. They don't, there's no buttonholes. And it's fully lined with the white lining, white cotton, and then lace on the bottom. And it's a elastic waistband. And the label says this was made in Arizona, I believe. Scottsdale, Arizona, made in the USA by Carefree Fashions. And because this is already looking like a cottagecore skirt, I paired it with a contemporary crop top. All embroidered in the front. And this is by Venus. And this would be a US size. Looks like they're saying 44. Huh. So this is a little bit bigger size. Lace up at the neckline. So I paired it with that for that cottagecore effect. So we're going to move on to this, the prices. The price for the skirt, 1970s skirt, is $45, and for the blouse, $20. So next we have a 1970s pink, purple, looks like orange, little floral gauze print maxi dress. Now I think you've seen this dress in one of the videos. The sleeves zip up, or the cuffs zip up. And I paired it with a little fuchsia colored knit bodice top. Actually, this is actually has a bra top, so there's more structure through here. For that, maybe not the cottagecore effect, or yeah, it could be, or the hobbitcore, or this, for some reason this could also be like, it reminds me of maybe Renaissance or even a pirate core. We're making up our aesthetics now. And that dress is $70, and the bodice is $30, and I'll take the bodice off so you can see what the dress looks like underneath. So it does have a empire waist, so this comes under the bust, little pink ribbon. You could wear these off the shoulders, it'd be very pretty. And I said, well, how much it was, right? So this dress is $70, and the little fuchsia bodice is $30. And this fuchsia bodice hasn't been worn, and it's by Shine Star, and it's a medium. Guys, the measurements on the dress, if you're who's ever interested, I can do that later. A very soft cotton. I think this might be Pima cotton. Floral maxi dress. The ruffle on the bottom. And this isn't lined because, well, you can't see through this. It's a little bit thicker material. It has snaps on the cuffs. 4 of them, 4 snaps. And I paired it with a bright fuchsia corset bodice. And this is the back of the corset. And we'll take it off so you can see what the dress looks like, fully looks like. And so the dress is empire top, a little gathering hair, and this stretches. This almost reminds me of what we would call in our culture a ribbon dress, with this orange ribbon. It also reminds me of dresses that Liberty of London used to make for the back in the day in the 70s, during the hippie era. And this cotton dress is $70, and the bodice is $30. Okay, so I wanted to display this really cute 1950s apron, of course, with the mushrooms and the blueberries. Very cottagecore. And I didn't have a skirt that I could pair it with, so I took one of my skirts, which is, you know, there's a lot of skirt here. It's a circle skirt. More contemporary. The apron is 1950s. And I believe, yeah, this apron is reversible. A lot of these 1950s aprons were reversible. So you've got the mushrooms on one side, and you have kind of more like solid blue on the other side, but with the mushroom pocket. And this is the shiny cotton, polished cotton they call this. Polished cotton. You don't see a lot of polished cotton nowadays. And let me put these. I'm going to put this back up so you can get the effect of the so-called cottagecore effect of the mushrooms. And so I paired it with this muted crop top to pick up the muted orange in the apron, and of course with the blue skirt. And of course you could wear this off your shoulders if you wanted. And this is a large by 9 West crop top. And this, or if you wanted to go with a more orangey top, you could pair it with this and it would still look good with the bow in the front. And again, These you could wear off the shoulder, and they both have the puffy sleeves for that effect. And I believe this is probably the same size as this one. And so the apron is $30, and these little tops are $15 a piece. This one wasn't even worn. Still has the tag on. Now the tag is saying $40, but I'm asking $15 because I didn't pay too much for these when I got them. And if anybody wants the skirt, that can be, well, this is lined too, $25, but $30 for the apron. And the idea is just to show you how to put together outfits for that aesthetic. The different types of aesthetics that you are going for. Whether it's cottage. And here's another one I put together. Now this is contemporary. These are not vintage pieces. But they give that major vibe. This is the fabric mushrooms. Mushrooms, leaves, toadstools, and this has a elastic waist. I'd have to measure that waist. I think it would probably fit a large. And then I paired it with this crop top. This crop top is a medium, and it's shiny, so maybe classy cottagecore. Glamorous cottagecore. And then I paired it with a Dolce & Gabbana belt because it has the colors that the skirt can brings out, the colors in the skirt and the top combines those together. D&G, Dolce & Gabbana. And of course it just, you get the idea. Alright. Skirt is $20. The belt is $60, and the little top is $20. So for the sake of time, this video is getting pretty long. We have 18 dresses yet to show. Plus, we never did show the jewelry that's been waiting to be shown for a few months. And we also are going to be showing the vintage hats, the cottagecore hats, and the cottagecore purses. So we're going to do a part 2. So this would be video 8 is part 1 tonight. And so we'll be doing part 2 around the 4th of July. Or maybe on the 4th of July. We don't know yet, but it'll be soon. The second part to video 8. So stay tuned. We have a lot of nice things to show you yet. And as I said, there will always be jewelry in these videos because I have tons of jewelry. So the other thing is I like to be firm on my prices. Now when I point out any stains or anything like that, I still want the price that I'm saying in the video. But I mean, I'm up for negotiations as well. So nothing's always written in stone, I guess, with me. So and I just want to say this, that the quality of these garments or these dresses, especially these Gunne Saxs dresses, I think I'm selling each dress for anywhere from $80 to $85. And that is a bargain, because if you're a reseller or a collector, from what I've seen out there, those dresses go for in the hundreds, and I'm not selling any of mine for over $100. Or, I mean, like I said, they're at $80 and $85, which is a big bargain. So just keep that in mind. And the rest of these vintage dresses, I think I'm selling them cheap enough where if there are any issues, I certainly will point them out to you. Like I did with the antique white night shirts or nightgowns. And those are $65 a piece. But, so yeah, I think we should end now because it's getting late and I'm getting tired. And we'll see you for video 8, part 2 now. What you see in back of me, these are all different dresses now. We've got 18 left yet to show you for the 1970s. And we're going to maybe stick to the cottage core effect through video 8, part 2. Alright, thank you, have a good night, and I hope everybody stays well.